Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about questions came to me on NGL and on Twitter. I'm gonna combine all those 3-4 questions together to in this video. So the questions were that what are the countries I search or research before I move to abroad? What are the countries which are good for software engineers? And what are the things one should consider while moving abroad? And I mentioned that I didn't move for money into abroad. Then what was the reason? So these all 4 questions are actually correlated, so I thought let me make a video and answer this. So the first question, how many countries I researched or searched before I moved abroad? So moving abroad was not my goal, so I didn't search or research anything. But when I got the offer, there were two offers, one from Berlin and one from London. So for me, the comparison happened between Berlin and London, or EU and UK. Now I want to put a disclaimer here. Whatever I'm gonna share here is my own experience, my own circumstances, and my own reasons. Whatever you decide after this video to leave your home country and go to whichever country and why, please take your own decision by doing research. Okay, because I strongly believe every person has different reasons to move or leave their home country, and they have different circumstances. Okay, so as I told you, countries I research or search, I got the offer from Berlin and I got the offer from UK. I compared between them. I have traveled to a lot of countries because of work and my public speaking. So the countries I have been to: Singapore, Europe, UK, USA. And these are the 4 countries I have been to. And my relative is in Canada. So long back I got an offer from Canada, but I said no. So I will talk about that also. Now, what are the things one should consider? No, sorry, before moving to that, which countries are good for software engineers? I won't be the right person to tell you. And in fact, I would say no one can tell that. The reason is every person has their own preferences, their own reasons why they want to move, and what they're expecting from the country they are moving to. So you should also do that homework. When I started traveling due to work and due to conference or public speaking, the good thing was I was able to realize that what I like and what I don't like. For example, what kind of weather I like, what kind of food I like, what kind of rules I'm liking in a country or not liking in a country, how safe I am feeling in a country, how how welcoming other people of that country, and so on. So every person has their own reasons what they are looking for. Like for me, the weather was the biggest thing. I like cold and rain, but I don't like Singapore kind of weather. So for me, Singapore was never a factor, or sorry, never a country that I would like to move. So please do your own research about yourself first. That what are the reasons why you move away from your home country? I do understand you just wanted to move, but trust me, if you are not getting paid enough, every country compared to India, especially the countries I mentioned, are very expensive. It would be hard for you to survive. So money should be there, that you should be getting comfortable, enough money to have a comfortable life. And then what is the other thing which are deal breaker for you? Is it a food? Is it a weather? Is it the citizenship process? It is the language, safety, security, visa process, opportunities, community. So you need to uh, do this self realization or self discovery about yourself. So now, what was the next question was the third part, which was what are the things one should consider while moving abroad? Again, as I told you, that you also need to do your own homework, but I can tell you the few things. Weather weather is very important. India weather is very different as compared to different countries. Like if you have seen on reels or TikTok or Insta, Canada snow is very harsh. So are you fine with living in that weather? In UK, I used to think that I love cold, I love rain, but now at 3 the winters are going on. By 3 the sunset happened and it's dark. Right now it is 4:30, but it's dark outside like it's 9 p.m. And if you don't have any friends, or if you are not the person who like to drink or socialize, then you need to stay at home and you know stay busy in yourself. Sorry, I'm having a throat infection, sorry. So you need to see about the weather part also, that whether the country where you have to live for 365 days, what kind of weather will be good for you. Also, again talking about UK, because of the cold weather, there are some health problems started happening. Like you can see, it's a cold, I am having throat infection. Then there's no sun, so vitamin D deficiency, so you have to start taking different vitamins and multivitamins. So that's why weather is very important. So think about whichever country you are targeting to, how's the weather? Can you adjust in there? What are the health issues can happen? Now the next thing is the food part. The food, if you are a vegetarian, if you are vegan, if you are a non-vegetarian, in all these things, the food matters. If you are someone who order, like I used to order from Swiggy in India, when I moved here, I realized that having all the meals from outside expensive, but they are not tasty also. So I end up cooking at the home. So you need to also figure it out yourself. If you don't know cooking, start learning how accessible the food is there. If you are craving for the Indian food, how easily you can get Indian food where you are planning to stay or your company is. So think about that. The next thing about is the technical opportunities. If you are going on a job with a company, if you lose that job, how many more opportunities are there? The reason is visa anxiety. You will be on visa. If you lose the visa, then you will have only limited amount of time to get a new job. Trust me, this visa anxiety is a very very harsh thing. I have friends who lost their job, and getting a new job with visa is pretty hard. So please do think about that also. The next thing is your dependent, your partner, your wife, your husband, whosoever is coming with you as a dependent. Can they work there? Do you need a separate visa for them? How the process would be? These are the things you need to consider. Like, I hope you know about USA. In USA, your dependent cannot work. In UK, my husband can work as a dependent. No company needs to give him visa. He is free, he can work for any company. So this is very 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 important also. With that also, it comes about the how, if you have kids, how the school of kids would be. What are the terms? Is it government sponsored, or if you have to do private, how much it is gonna cost you? How's the healthcare there? It is a government one, how much you need to pay? Or it is a private one, how much it is gonna pay? So all these things also you need to consider. Then comes the taxes part with the salary. For salary, you need to do your own research. The good thing is, most of the time abroad, the salaries are very transparent. And also the tax part. In India, we used to do a lot of savings to save our tax. At least in UK, it doesn't happen. So whatever the tax you need to pay, you need to pay. Higher the salary, higher the tax. So you need to also consider the tax part. The reason is because in Amsterdam, what I know is, if you are not a citizen there, you will get a good rebate on the tax part. But in UK, you have to pay the tax. Same with the Europe. I think in Europe, the tax will get higher if husband wife both are earning. I think, I'm not sure, but do check that also, the tax part. The next thing is the community. If you are someone who wants to live in the Indian community, or your country, your cultural community, then look that is that community is available there. I think most of the countries now have multi communities, multicultural communities, so it would be fine. It is not gonna be an issue. Apart from that, please do also check about the safety and security, that how safe that particular country is. How if you are walking alone at the night, is it safe or not? You can easily find it on the Google. You just need to do the Google for the safety thing. The next thing is, which is the most important, is the citizenship. Whichever country you are choosing, what is the process of getting the citizenship? For me, not going with Berlin or the Germany was this reason. Because to get the citizenship, you have to give the exam of German, you have to learn that. I am not keen to. I was not in that position to learn. I don't think so. I can do that. My few friends are not going ahead with the citizenship because of this only. So you also need to consider that. Like in USA, you have to spend 10 years to apply a green card, and we all know, I think, how hard it is for in US. So do think about the citizenship. The reason is, if you have already spent your 2 to 3 years in a country, you don't want to let go of a good opportunity. So please think about that. The next thing is how close that country is from your home country. Like Singapore is just 4 to 5 hours away, UK is 8 hours away, but Canada is, I think, 24 hours away from India. I have seen my relative, if there would be any emergency or something, we have to wait for 24 hours for the family to come. And I think that's why I was not keen to go to Canada. 8 hours is still feasible, so I was fine with that. So yeah, these were the things one should consider about while moving abroad. But be mentally prepared about starting from the scratch, which means you have to change your diet. You have to start to with your credit score from zero. You have to learn about the driving license. If you are someone who is very passionate about, I want to share this experience with you. One of my friend was in Singapore. He was very passionate about biking and car. He left Singapore and moved to Canada only because in Singapore getting a car or bike was very expensive. So that's why he moved to Canada, because he was not able to follow his passion. So please do consider these small things matter. I know right now you might be just excited about going abroad, but when you have to live your 1 year, 2 year, 4 years, or throughout the life in a different country, small things like whether these things does matter. So again, going back to starting from scratch, credit history, learning driving rules, your food habits, uh, your health. You have to be more fit. Like in India, healthcare is very accessible privately. In UK, it's from NHS government. So you have to be very healthy so that you are not falling sick a lot. You have to start making your own friend circle, your own new social circle. You have to keep yourself busy. One more thing I want to highlight, which a lot of people will say I haven't mentioned and will say that I'm talking about this at the end, is about work life balance or work. The reason is, this is the change I have seen when I moved from India to here. People here take work as a part of a life, not the whole life. So you will see a lot of work life balance. No one is gonna call you from your work after work hours. There is no WhatsApp group most of the time. And also, people, when you meet outside your work, they are not going to talk about the work. They just talk about the life, what you are doing, what are your hobbies, and all that. So this is a very good change for me, and I can say this is the best thing I love. Apart, and there's one more thing. Now if you will ask me, after 2 years I am here, what is the reason why I am still here, is the healthy environment I am getting here. Here everyone is very health conscious. Eating habit, staying fit, they keep running. Right now it's dark outside. If I will go out, I can see a lot of people must be running right now, having their walk. When it is summertime, people will be doing, playing tennis, golf, or doing hike, trek. So everyone around me is physically involved in some activity to stay healthy. They eat healthy. As a result, I become more health conscious. Everything is very feasible through public transport. Right now I'm not in London, I stay outside London. But if I right now I have to go to the London, it would say, like, for example, 40 minutes. But that 40 minutes through public transport would be very, very calm. It won't be frustrated that, oh my god, my train is, it's too crowded, or it's so panic situation. It's not nothing like that. So that's why you will see a lot of people travel to London and stay outside. The calmness you get, that even when I used to travel from Delhi to Gurgaon for work, in the morning and at the afternoon, it was always frustrated, because either I am so traffic is always used to be constant. I'm not saying the traffic is not here, but the way people deal is very different. Second thing is, every time, if I will talk about myself, somehow I started developing the habit or nature of always in fight mode. Here people are very calm. Whenever my death fight mode start here, or panicking start, the people who are standing next to me, they start talking you very, like, oh, weather is very nice, or something, anything to calm you down, and then you realize that it's not a big deal. So in short, the kind of environment I'm getting here, which is actually helping me to have a healthy life, I'm loving it. I have done a lot of my eating habits changing, my lifestyle changes here, which I was not able to do it in India. I'm not blaming India, I'm just blaming myself as a lazy person. But somehow I think I have time here. The environment is like this, so I'm able to do it. So if you will ask me again, repeating the same thing, that the question that you didn't move for money, then what was the reason you moved? So the reason I moved here was I wanted to move for a year to a different country and culture to experience it. As I told you, I traveled a lot to lot of countries before this, but traveling for a month or 2 weeks for work or conference is very different when you travel for a year or you start living there. So that's what I wanted to experience. Also, there was no commitment, like I was not having any baby or schooling and all that. Our families were very supportive. In fact, they were very much into that go, 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 go. So we thought that a company is already financing our movement. We are getting a job. The salary part was enough to have a comfortable life. Then why not? Let's give it a try. So that's why I moved here. But before that, I did all this research which I told you. And also now, after a year, when we again sit and discuss that what shall we do? Shall we go back or shall we continue staying here? We realize that now the environment we are getting is actually we really wanted to have it throughout our life. So we would prefer to stay here till our visa will support. Tomorrow, if visa is not there or a very good opportunity will come, definitely we will move. This is my mantra, never say never. So right now this is the situation, and these were the reasons I moved to UK. Cool. I hope this video was helpful. If I have missed anything, if there is any specific thing you want to ask, let me know in the comment box. You can ask me on NGL, Twitter, wherever you want to. Let me know how you found this video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.